Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Raina Teas. I
Yes.
wanted to do a show today, you guys, and talk about cutting the cord. Okay, when you want to part ways with someone, but you still feel this psychic, spiritual, sexual, mental, all of the O's. Okay, you still feel that in you. And we're going to give you guys tips on how to cut that shit. Okay? We're going to give you guys the answers, okay? So what inspired this show is we had a follower of ours contact us on Instagram on the DM, and basically this follower story I wanted to share with you guys because it's very interesting to say the least. So I'm going to start reading. And Raina, this is going to be your first time actually hearing this. So we're going to prepare your virgin ears for this situation, and we're gonna get your
Yes.
authentic response. So this is kind of like what do they call those videos when you watch something for the first time? When one of those. So
Uh-huh.
so hold on, you guys. I'm gonna read to you the the message. Okay. So this person says, I am a wizard going through some shit with a witch. And I said, what do you mean? What is this witch doing? And he says, can you hear me, by the way? Can you hear me good?
I can. That's
Okay,
fine.
so, and when you need me to pause, let me know, okay?
Of course, girl. You know
Yes,
I got that.
so he says, she fell in love with me and I her. My marriage was over. I was transparent and honest. She brought me through an experience we shared for over 8 months now. I did everything for her. I even brought her to Paris. I finished up my previous karmic contract. We were going to be together, then at last minute she dropped me and treated me like an absolute shit. I'm trying to find peace in all of it and accept the path, but I'm heartbroken. I feel used and emotionally abused. I was sincere, authentic, and that's one paragraph. So, do you want me to continue?
Yes.
I was true to the connection. I'm just trying to figure out how to resolve this within myself. When we talk, she projects everything onto me, and it sounds like it has to do with her past and less to do with me. She knows I'm the real deal, but she's scared to take the next step. She's destroying me emotionally. I've been practicing to cut the cord and ties, but our souls are intertwined. I don't know what else to do. I'm not a victim. I hold nothing against her. I understand. Life happens. Do you want me to continue?
Mhm.
Things change. I just want to know how to transform the whole experience and use it as a springboard to launch into higher states of consciousness. I will always love her unconditionally. She's been the best blessing in my life. And then he says, thank you for reading. I appreciate the fact that you entered my contact at the exact moment I asked the question if there's another witch who knows how to handle these sort of things. And then I said, I just asked, I want to understand. So are you saying that you were married previously and you met the new young lady who you have a soul tie with? So I asked, how long after the marriage did you start dating this woman? And he said, yes, we met each other through divine intervention. My wife had an affair last year. The marriage was finished. The person's name landed into my life because she had nowhere to live. Her mother kicked her out. I took her in and took care of her and helped her get a new apartment, job, and get her grounded. We started dating after that. It's been magical until this Mercury retrograde we just finished. I treated her like a queen. That's who I am. I helped her become strong. We discussed everything. Everything was on the table. We went through little challenges here and there, but nothing that we couldn't talk through. I then finished my marriage beginning of December. She then became very hateful towards me, and I'm confused as to why. Maybe I'm a better fantasy than a reality. I'm not mad. I have no ill will. I truly love with all my being this beautiful person. I also respect myself though too and don't want to be hurt anymore. I want a resolution. I know that she feels the same, but she's trying to destroy me. She's living the myth of Kalima, and I am Shiva. I don't know if you know the myth, but it deals with unrequited love. Kali kills all the men. Then Shiva lays down on the ground, and Kali goes to step on his heart, and he takes all of her Shanti. She then wakes up from the rage and realizes what she's doing. She bites her own tongue. This is why her tongue is bloody and it hangs out. Anyway, he goes on to say that she's a Sagittarius with a Cancer moon and a Leo ascending, and he's an Aries with a Leo moon and Leo ascending. He says, thanks for listening. That's pretty much it. So Miss
now I
Reina.
want to address the whole thing since we got it all out.
Yeah.
I feel like the first step he has taken has been the best one, which is acceptance, okay? And it sounds to me like you've given a lot of validity to the fact that this is another separate entity, another separate person, another separate universal consciousness, and not all things are meant to last.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's factual, and you've already accepted that within your element of the swords, your air, your intellect, your logic, but definitely the emotions and the waters of your being and your soul, that's gonna sway differently, and you're going to feel. The best thing that you can do for yourself at this junction is just accept, working on detaching yourself completely. That means no means of contact, deleting their number from your phone, deleting pictures from your person, digital or otherwise, removing possessions of that person that is still lingering in your house because that carries karmic energy.
Mm-hmm.
And also practicing and performing rituals of soul cutting.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You're gonna have to get down in the nitty gritty on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Honey, candles, a fame, and a ritual of separation, and just to really believe that and fortify that your will and your intention will be the catalyst that carries you forward through this process. And you know what? You will never be the same, and that person will always have that stain. If you want to call, well, you left. You guys seem to have left on terms that was. He said that she ghosted him, right? Or was that kind of alluded like she just kind of disappeared?
Basically, she wants nothing to do with him, and she's trying to destroy his life. But see, the thing is, the meat and potatoes about this, I feel, is the fact that you were still married to another woman, and the fact that you...
And did she know about this?
She knew about the other woman, yes. She was aware about the other woman, and also around that time, in the messages states that she was homeless, the girl, when he met her, and that he helped her. She was kicked out of the house or whatever, and he helped her get a job. He took care of her, helped her get a new apartment. He helped her with getting grounded and all of this stuff. And then they started dating after that. So I feel like this person may have developed feelings for you, maybe that were rooted in maybe like thank you, you know what I'm saying, for what you did for me, but maybe you kind of you dove in, you were kind of like her savior. You kind of like rescued this girl from being on the streets or being homeless or whatever. You took her in, you got her all of these things. And I feel like maybe you went further into her than she did into you. And maybe the reasons behind her wanting to be with you was not because she was in love with you, or because she felt like you were,
because you were a safety net in a way.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
her.
And also maybe the fact that you were married, maybe there was some sort of thing there that made the situation maybe sexier to her, because when the marriage was over, you said that's when she turned on you. The minute that you were completely freely available to be with her and only her, she kind of freaks out on you and is now a whole different person towards you. So you need to look these things into account, and you need to realize that everybody does not have your same exact feelings, and people that you create these soul ties may not have them as strongly towards you.
Absolutely.
You know, and they're still there.
And sometimes, let me just also say this, because I've definitely spoke about a lot of this on this channel in my video, Stop Giving Your Heart to a Narcissist, you know, and Psychic Vampire. There are those type of people out there, and yes, a lot of them can and do and will be magical practitioners. Not everyone who is walking the path of spirituality is of good, you know, a good temperament of that, and it is very common for those types of people to latch on and leech.
Yeah.
Until they get to a place of security, and then it's like, okay, thanks.
Bye.
I'm out.
Nice to meet you.
So you have to start now replaying back the red flags, because I'm sure there were plenty.
Oh my God, we're really
just kind of taking 8 months to kind of just speak this person up, and yes, okay, the feelings were there, and I'm sure she gave you the whole sob story, and I'm sure you empathetically became attached to, like Raina said, wanting to be that savior, but perhaps you were overlooking the real
what was behind that. Yeah.
What was really behind that.
Yeah. And the kind of person that she was, because you really only knew her for 8 months. It was less than a year, and you were in a whirlwind romance with this girl. It's kind of like, I feel you're a victim to probably a narcissist energy vampire. That's
what I'm kind of, it's not factual. There are people who are not have behavioral disorders or narcissistic personality disorder or sociopath, and things change. And and you know what? I also feel, and I have to put this out there on the record too, you know, you're gonna give us the best version of yourself, but in somewhere in there might have been some accountability taken on your behalf.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Maybe how you treated her because you gave her these things, and you know, because sometimes some people can be the type to hold things over you, and I know how that will make me feel if I feel like in this relationship I'm only with you because I'm constantly reminded that I have to pay back this favor for what you did. And I'm not saying that was your vibe, but that is also something to consider. Was I that type of person?
Absolutely.
Was I condescending towards her because I had more than her and I rescued her?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we have to put all options on the table. Yeah, we have to put all the options on the table.
To take into account.
We have to do all of that, so we're gonna, you know, I don't want to say that she is an energy vampire or, you know, a narcissist, but, you know, I just wanted to put that's a possibility because of the way that you're describing, that she just kind of up and left, like switched on you.
It was magic, like you said. It was magic, and they do that. Those types,
when they need you, because she was homeless, because she had nowhere to stay, she had no one, no job, no nothing, and you took this woman in. So, and you set her up nicely. You got her a job, you got her apartment, you got everything kind of set up for her to be on her own and be independent. And right then and there, when you cut ties with your wife legally and you're kind of ready to be with this new woman, she's not even there for you.
It sounds like a goof. It sounds like a scam. It sounds like a what do we call it? It sounds like a stunt. She's a stunt queen.
A stunt queen. She's a stunt queen, and you know the way that, yeah, the way that you're describing her is like she is like, it's like I see you, like I'm talking to the guy, like, you know, you kind of give me this type of like etheric energy, like if you do like some type of like root working, you kind of give me just very yogi, you know what I'm saying, like white man yogi, just kind of like that, you know. And I feel like this girl, I'm kind of channeling, and I see her as a darker being. Like when I see her wearing black. I see her either being a brunette or a redhead, one of the two. And
or maybe that's the energy
that's what I'm picking up. That's the energy.
Form, you know, that's her true form.
Yeah.
I kind of wanna before Kenny, I kind of wanna like jump back onto the process of cutting the cord, because I mean that's really what the
absolutely
was, kind of like how. So definitely ritual, definitely like you said, you know, cleansing of your person, all this person's position, creating barriers, and you know, going into the ritual, asking for the tie to be cut. There's a black walnut spell that I've actually wanted to try because I myself, you know, that's my other video. Okay, I dealt with a narcissist. I dealt with a person who was slain. Okay, she was brought to the court and she was slain. Okay, and my narcissist. No, it wasn't narcissist. It was wow, the video was in tranquil spirit. Okay, working with the in tranquil spirit, and I talk about that. So that person was a narcissist, and I actually had to go through the process of cutting the cord from them. And there's this black walnut spell that I really wanted to try, but it involves a lot. It involves a lot, and it's supposedly one that really alleviates the tie. And they say, you know, you're only supposed to do it if you really like completely want to cut the ties, which you sound like you do from all that you're saying. So mentally having that focus and just navigating your own waters, like remove yourself completely. Back yourself and your motive with the action, and your heart will follow, pretty much. And that's pretty much what I want to say on the whole cord cutting experience. Do you have anything like you want to add, or you want to go back to channeling the situation?
Oh no, I feel like as far as the situation, I mean that's pretty much it. As far as the situation with this person, the follower that the story, you know, inspired, I feel like you have to kind of realize the kind of person that she was. Sometimes these people, they may not be the idea that you fantasize in your mind. You kind of make this person out to be so amazing, and they can't do any wrong, and they're your partner, they're your soulmate, they're your twin flame, they're the one that you want to be with for the rest of your life, and you can't find anything. It doesn't matter what they do. You will always love them. You know, they could like you said, you know, step on your heart with the whole Shiva thing, and you will still like lay your life on the line for her. But some of these people, they don't give a fuck.
And what you just said about that analogy, that is a narcissistic and hyper empath. That is that dance that they perform.
Yeah, and this guy is definitely a hyper empath. That is what I feel from him. He is hyperly empath. But see, there is a flaw in that, which is your human flaw, because we're all flawed. And I feel like you do have a human flaw behind that, and also a male flaw, you know, because I feel like you fell in love with the idea of kind of like having this girl in a vulnerable position. That's how I don't know. That's kind of what I'm kind of picking up, because the fact that you just fell in love with her like this, you literally just came out of a relationship, you know what I'm saying? And you fell right into another one. I feel like you should have given yourself some time and healed properly before you jump into another situation like this. And you know,
you helped out a stranger.
You didn't really know this person, you know, and
yeah, you helped out a stranger a little.
Yeah, you being an empath, it's kind of like you took this person inside of you, and you do have to, as an empath, you're gonna have to learn how to build up those like Raina said, you have to learn how to build up those boundaries within yourself, But I want to say really quickly, I want you to realize what this person did. Realize, and anybody out there who's listening, you have to know what this person did to you. The things that they brought into your life that may not have been so positive, the way that they used you, the way that they got things out of you. You have to kind of like cut that, destroy that illusion, that beautiful fantasy. Look at this person for who they really are and what they really did to you and how they're really making you feel. And
and realize that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and realize that lesson is also something that you have to take away too. That you need to establish better boundaries and more cautious approaches to just giving out your heart so freely. That you're willing. That's not healthy. That you're willing to lay down your life for another person. It's in the grand scheme of things, like with this carnal ass universe that we live in, this hologram here, that's not the best, because it's a lot of wolves out here in sheep clothing. It's a lot of wolves out here in sheep clothing, and us being empaths, we always like to see the good in people. It's kind of destroying to us to have to go through that, but we also have to solidify our souls here too. All come here with a purpose of gaining a life lesson to evolve to the next frequency of our being. So, if you came in here and you're just like too nice, too giving, too willing to sacrifice all of this, then this universe is meant to teach you not to be like that. You cannot do that. It's not healthy.
Absolutely. And sometimes it may take years to heal. It may take a long time for you to let this person go. It can be very not painful. I mean, in a way, it can be painful to think about this person every single day and hurt for them and want them in your life and know that they want nothing to do with you and they don't want to be with you and all you want to do is be with them. Yeah, that can be, but consistent ritual work and just facing the facts. I mean, it's difficult.
It's like you told me when I talked to you about it, Raina. Like, go through that shit.
Yeah.
Feel it. Because you can't, you have no choice at this point.
You have no choice. Yeah, you have no choice.
So you gotta ride the rest of the wave of life. Like,
absolutely.
Tomorrow's coming, and that person's still not going to be there. So every single day, it's about accepting that and embracing that and getting back to your purpose of independence in your own life.
And she's trying to destroy you.
You've already accepted that.
She is trying. Why would you want to be with somebody who's trying to destroy you? Like, realize this. If this person is trying to destroy you, this person is just turning around and just kind of being completely different.
That's my sister.
Yeah,
that is, you've been discarded. Been definitely discarded. And narcissists are the biggest butchers and psychic vampires and leeches, and they mimic emotions, they mimic characteristics. Their whole being has a likeness to the chameleon, that of a chameleon. They're the reptile that is able to camouflage and deflection and gaslighting and emotional manipulative tactics to get themselves through life. So they can always be nothing but a chameleon.
Absolutely. And also, in the thing, he also says that allegedly she knows that he's the real deal, okay? But that she's scared she's scared to take the next step, and that she's destroying him emotionally. Like, listen, she's not afraid to take the next step. She's not afraid, okay? Because she was over here letting you ham on her and in her for 8 months. So she has a pretty good idea of what you have to offer. If she knows that you're the real deal, then she knows it. But she doesn't want to take the next step. She does not want to. It's not that she's afraid. She doesn't want to.
Right.
Okay, so
and that wasn't a good projection on your part. And I was gonna say that.
That's that Leo. Because remember,
that is that Leo. Because it's like, me being Sun in Leo, I can definitely understand that concept where you would give yourself that. And then Moon in Leo, there's the thing.
Yeah.
Moon in Leo,
He's an Aries,
that
mind you. He's an
like
Aries.
totally different. Like that whole lunar aspect of you guys can be very like it can be projectile. It can be a very projectable. I don't want to say confidence, but it's like you might tend to project onto others what you feel about yourself. Like it's an ego-based projection. I feel because if it really was that deep, she would be with you. She would be with
Absolutely.
you. She can make her own choice as an adult. I don't think anybody's afraid to, like, that's bullshit.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Shit, you know?
She wasn't afraid to be with you.
She was with you for 8 months though.
Yeah,
you know,
she wasn't afraid to be with you when she knew that you had a wife and that you were separated. She wasn't afraid. You know what I'm saying? Because that would have been a deal breaker for a lot of people. But she stood there for 8 months while you were still legally married. Then right after you got divorced, that's when she gets afraid. No, it seems like she got cold feet and she doesn't want to do it anymore. You know, it's as simple as that. So unfortunately, we do have people who exist like that, and as empaths, we do attract these kinds of people.
Yes, we do.
You know, so this is something that you have to learn and build that wall up, like for real. Build that shield. You need to transmute this experience. Transmute this experience take it as a lesson. Word. Yes, this is strength. This is a lesson, and it's building strength and character within you. And now you realize not to do this again. Okay, not to give yourself.
I will never. That's why I said once you go through an experience of breaking away, like I feel like every empath life lesson. I'm sure everyone possibly runs into a narcissist at some point in their lives, but on a deeper soul level of overcoming, we have to run into narcissists. We have to give our hearts. Like I am, you know, I used to be the type to like want to lay my soul down on the line, just believing in the concept of having a soulmate and lovers and that broken away fantasy, that unrequited love fantasy, and just believing that somehow you are special enough to change a whole entire different being. Exactly. And assert that, you know, change their will.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't change people. You know, you can't change people and how they really are. Or because you did all of this for them. Oh, I got you a new job. I got you a new place. I did this. I did that. Love me. It don't work like that.
Yeah.
A lot of times you push people away.
I think that's pretty much, you know, what we kind of, cause we don't want to drag her out. I mean, I feel like we said like pretty much everything about that situation.
Well, I also have one more thing that I want to say, and this will be like a last, because we're giving you kind of like little light, you know, little PG type of ways to get closure on this, but there is a different alternative type of way. If you really cannot find closure, if you really cannot find closure within this person, then my suggestion to you, okay, you could do the cord cutting rituals and all of this, and you know, do the spiritual avenue. But if you do want to take a deeper path, and you really cannot find that closure, I suggest you find a way to meet up with that person. Okay, you find a way to get that person, and you need to ask them all the questions that you would ask them if you had like 5 minutes to and that was it. If you need to find closure that bad, you must find a way. I don't know how. It might take you years, but find the fucking way to meet up with this person again, okay? Or on the phone or whatever, and you ask them, why did you really leave me? Why this? Why that? You know, any questions that you have, get them out and tell them everything that you feel and all of this. And if you need that person to tell you, I just don't love you, you were never that for me, then you tell that person, tell me that, and I will leave you the fuck alone forever. Okay? And also, and another way, if you can, fuck them one more time, have sex with them one more time, get that shit out of your system, have some freak nasty sex with them, lick their booty hole, honey, do anything that you think that you're gonna do for the last time. Get that shit out of your system and move the fuck on. And usually you feel a lot better and you can really have closure after that. If it's that bad that you cannot, this is like this is opening the book of dark magic.
But
okay,
that's not really guaranteed.
It's
though.
not guaranteed.
You know, like,
I know it's not. It's not guaranteed.
You might say to yourself, okay, like, I'm gonna get this last fucking, and this person doesn't even text you back.
But that has to be okay. But that has to be okay with you at that point, because it's the last fuck.
At that point, yeah. So I mean, even at that point, if you feel like you just know for sure, like, all your advancements, reaching out to the person,
it needs to be a wrap after that.
This needs to be a wrap. Like,
no, it's not for you to still have feelings.
That shit go.
Yeah, if you still have feelings for this,
go and just like,
if you have feelings,
you know, when the girls are like done, they're done. And see, for me at this point, it's like, I'll say whatever I have to say at the last point. I may even send it to you, but you have to be okay with not getting any closure at all, because that's another thing with narcissism.
Yeah, I mean,
people kind of in that
absolutely
that trap, that cycle trap of wanting an answer to why.
Yeah,
they don't owe you shit. You know, don't expect them to uphold or honor anything, because when you're dealing with these type of people, they don't apply the same morals and ethics that regular people do.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
At the same time, yeah, that you could be really
you have to know what you're doing. You have to know what you're doing, and you have to be ready for that aspect, and you have to be really ready to cut the cord after that. If it's that serious, because I'm speaking from my personal experience. Like I had a soul tie to somebody who was toxic, and it took me it was like three years that I was just thinking about this person like literally every fucking day, and I could not get this motherfucker out of my head. Okay, I was having dreams where they were just away, like they were always like over there. I could never reach them in the dream. And literally the night that I contacted them and hit them up, I had a dream that we were together. And finally in the dream we were together, like they were next to me and walking with me. And it was like, wow. And I woke up, I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? And we met up and I did my thing with that person, and I got my closure after that. Like I did. And they were in front of me, and I asked them a lot of questions about their childhood, what kind of experience they had growing up. I wanted to know, why are you this way? Like, who was your mother, honey? Who was your father? Like, did you know him growing up? It was a lot of questions that I had about this person that I was thinking for years that I wanted closure on, that I did not have. And I honestly was not going to let it go. Like, if I wouldn't have met up with this person, I would still be thinking about them. You know what I'm saying? And to me, like, there wasn't magic to take it out to that route. Like, I would still have it. I would still feel it. You know what I'm saying? So I knew I had to see this motherfucker again and get this final closure. And I had to do it on a physical level. I had to meet up with this person in person and get that shit out. And after that, I just saw them, and it's like, I was kind of like, this is what I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? I got what I needed. Goodbye, keep it moving, and deuces. Just like that. It was crazy. It was crazy. Just like that. So there's many avenues to take. You have to know which one is the right one for you.
That's very true.
But regardless of which route, the outcome is cutting completely the cord and learning how to live freely, learning how to breathe and be with yourself and move on to new love, move on to somebody else. There are billions of people out here. It's not just one person, okay? There's tons of new possibilities, tons of new paths that can be taken, and new love. So definitely keep your heart open for new love. Keep your heart open for new people. And yeah, with that being said, I would like to conclude the show. Thanks you guys for tuning in. And with that,
Thank you so much.
We will see you on the next one.